Hello everyone. So this is another section of the course where we'll be treating managing stress through time management. In another angle, we'll be looking at what we would call identifying stress triggers. Is one thing to know about time management and how you're supposed to work this through into making it work for you for better productivity. Another thing is to actually identify the things that usually cause you stress for your time management. So first off is feeling overwhelmed. When you feel you have a whole lot of things to do, I've covered this before, but I feel it's something I need to treat much more deeply than a brief summary. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, your mind keeps telling you you have so many things to do. How in God's name are you going to finish it? And this in turn brings anxiety and a lack of focus. While you're at one, you're already thinking of the next one. Before you even get to the next one, you think about the next three wants to come, and so it can be a stress trigger. Alright, and you have another, which is missed deadlines. You have a pressure to complete almost everything. A whole lot of us have this issue. Once you start having deadlines you miss, it gives you pressure to complete the next time. I don't want this to happen again. Which, in a sense, it's good, but at the same time, don't let it stress you. Don't let it overwhelm you, so to speak, because there will be ways around this thing eventually. That's what time management is for. You're supposed to work your way around it, not overthink and think about it and give yourself pressure that isn't necessary. Again, constant context swap. This is where you're not you're having feelings of not being able to accomplish anything. You're constantly thinking, oh, this is needed, this will not be needed, this is needed, this is not. So you're constantly swapping context, and this will give you a whole lot of, let me use the word, room for mistakes. You're prone to errors when you constantly do this. Swap this, swap that, swap this. And in the form, it's kind of like you're trying to be rather multitasking, and you're multitasking to no good outcome. Yeah. So this is a common issue as well, and it will give you stress if you do not apply good time management skills. Another very common one is procrastination. Oh god, anxiety of a soon reaching deadline can even worsen the situation. Okay, in a sense, each of them are kind of interwoven. So you have procrastination, and then you're wondering about, oh, I left it for 1 p.m. Even by that 1 p.m., I think I mentioned it earlier, will I really be able to meet my deadline even by that one? Okay, no, I'm seeing another time gaps that come up in the soul. Let's say 2-3 hours, and when that time comes, you're still burdened with your tasks, and so it's kind of like a revolving cycle. Just need to break out by using good practical tips. Then loss of sleep. Oh, this too is a common problem. You are working through the nights, you have very little time to sleep, you get to the office when you're supposed to have your focus, your concentration really sharp, you're already feeling sleepy. So that too can be a loop, and it would have health implications. Okay, so these are your usual stress triggers. We have this, like I said, the interwoven. It comes out sometimes as making you feel guilty, constantly tired. Then if you're constantly having errors here and there, you have supervisors complaining, gives you imposter syndrome, you think you're not really good enough. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? What you can do is improve your time management skills. Okay, so we're moving into strategies. Talked about your triggers. These are strategies that can further help. Yes, I have mentioned it before, but I'm going a little bit deeper here. So beware of perfectionism. A whole lot of us have this challenge with doing things to perfection. Again, it's not as if it's bad, but you should do some. If you have a lineup of things you're supposed to do it to the best of your ability, then move to the next one. Move to the next one. Do not waste time. Then become a pro at saying no. A whole lot of times, some things could be avoided if you had just said no. If you had just said no, that would be it. you have more free time to do much more important things. Remember, importance and urgency. Okay, so embrace prioritization. We mentioned techniques for that in the earlier sections. And so again, it's very, very important. Prioritizing what comes first, what should come next, and what should be eliminated even. So please embrace prioritization. That will help you narrow down this seemingly huge task you have in front of you into some small manageable bits, and you become better and more productive. And setting realistic goals setting realistic goals. Just like I said in one of the earlier sections, you cannot possibly tell me that you want to bake a cake at the top of Mountain Everest as a goal. The chances are super slim. Do realistic goal setting, things that are smart, and things that would really help you on your long-term goals, your short-term goals and your longer-term goals alongside. Alright, so of course, something some people just gloss over, but it's rather important. You should prioritize sleep and taking breaks so you don't burn out. You don't burn out emotionally, you don't burn out physically. Because it's when you're healthy you can think of doing this and achieving that. People that are in the ICU, that are in coma for years, they cannot possibly sit down and think of goal achieving. You need to think of your health. You really need to think of your health. Alright, and I'll be discussing this a little bit more in subsequent sections, how all of this combines into your health as a whole, holistically. And so this concludes this section of the course. See you in the next